This is the evening of Thursday, still the 17th day of October 2025. When you look at the screen, you will see this memo, a police wireless message from Compo DFA Akure. Okay, so this one is from Ondo State, confidential, meaning this document was not meant for you to see. It's just for the police people. It is confidential. Now the date is today, and you can see the directives there that confinement to barrack in view of the nationwide peaceful protest organized by human rights activist Omoyele Sowore to mount pressure on the government to release Mr. Nnamdi Kanu from detention with effect from Monday 20th October 2025. Compo has directed that all the officers and men be confined to barrack with effect from 6 o'clock, date until further notice, okay? You are to ensure adequate security coverage in AORO, yours, and avoid any breakdown of law and order, or to ensure strict law compliance with this. Let me explain this to you. Now, when I got the information that this nationwide protest, because this is not all about protest in Abuja again, a lot of people are preparing for protests in different states. Now, I was told that in our Ondo State, not only on Ondo State and in so many places, a lot of people are having sympathy for this protest, including the policemen. In other words, the police have seen that even their men are trying to say, yes, let these people go and protest. It is their right. Now, what do? They are now ordering police not to come out. They should be confined to their barrack. After that, I saw this post from Omoyele Sowore, and he posted this, that after failing to obtain a legitimate court order to halt the unstoppable Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, the Nigerian police force has now resorted to a fresh wave of panic-driven measures. Indeed, it's a panic-driven measures. Now, in Ondo State, police authorities have reportedly ordered that officers sympathetic to the movement be confined to their barracks, an action that exposes the deep unseen within the system. Now, I am telling you people that the government, they are shaking because of this protest. These are unseen things that are going on. Imagine in Ondo State, they are now confining police to their barrack. Stay in your barrack, don't come out. Just make sure that your barrack is safe. Rather than engage with the legitimate and peaceful demands of citizens, the police are turning their energy towards internal repression and fear tactics. A clear sign that the movement message has struck a nerve. The people are awake and the movement remains unstoppable. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. You see, at the beginning of this protest, when Sowore was just planning this protest, people just first see it as, oh, it will not hold. Is it not Nnamdi Kanu's protest? How many people will risk it? But after 3 to 4 days, people understand that this has nothing to do with risk. I was telling people this thing before. I said, if many Nigerians know the situation of Nnamdi Kanu, the excess detention there will not reach Nnamdi Kanu because the pressure will be there. A lot of people don't understand what Nnamdi Kanu is going through. A lot of people don't know the story. A lot of people are reaching out to me constantly these days. Despite, it has been long I started talking about Free Nnamdi Kanu, Free Nnamdi Kanu, Free Nnamdi Kanu, more than even 1 year. I've been following this right from time. But upon all the whole videos we have done, live sections, people are now even still calling in, saying that, wow, I see that you have been advocating for the Free Nnamdi Kanu right from time. I never knew that it was like this. I never knew that God had freed him. I never knew that his right was violated. I never knew. So, you see, this has created awareness and changed the narratives. Because the Nigerian media, especially the Vanguard News, I'm sorry to mention names, especially the Vanguard News, the Nigerian media houses, I don't know whether they were paid to always report the negative things about Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody reported how Nnamdi Kanu stops the militias, the bandits who came to Enugu, who came to Ekpa. I'm talking about 2017, 2018. Nobody reported how people started going to find what Nnamdi Kanu did. Nobody. Since he was detained, people started reporting the evil happening in the southeast and linking someone that is in the excess detention to the evil going on. Now, people are beginning to open their eyes. People are now seeing what is going on. Now, the fear has gripped the government because there is no lie you are going to pass to the people any longer. What did he do? In the situation of sponsoring banditry, federal government refused to counter the allegation of El-Rufai last month here. El-Rufai said Tinubu's administration, through the Office of National Security Advisor, has put the bandits on the payroll. They refused to counter it. Babadati Ahmed said the same thing. They refused to counter it. You are paying the terrorists. You are, negotiating with the bandits. You are doing everything against the people. And you are here holding someone who has been against the same people that you are paying, terrorists. Look at what is going on. Now, the people are getting the message. Stay with me. And after that, I told you, the drama that happened now when the Tinubu's administration through IGP went to take a court order to stop the protest, but the judge refused. But the news that came again was that later the judge now through the back door asked the lawyers representing the federal government to come, whether they obtain a secret court order. This was how Sahara Reporters reported it now. It says, breaking, Tinubu government secretly obtained court order barring Sowore orders from staging free Nnamdi Kanu now protest near Aso Rock. So the judge refused not to tell Sowore not to do the protest. But later, secretly, he now told them, okay, look at what I'm going to do. I will tell them not to come close to Aso Rock. You understand? He now told them that I will now, give an order for them not to come to Aso Rock, but they can do the protest in some places. But key places, Aso Rock, House of Assembly complex, and Unity Fountain. They said they should not do protest there. According to this Sarah Reporters report, but you can do protests all the open. These are fear tactics. These are fear tactics. Now, police invited Marcel Okpara, that lawyer representing Nnamdi Kanu, one of the lawyers that has been following Sowore up and down. So police invited him. Sowore said police started harassing them, threatening him not to be there in the protest. And Marcel Okpara said, I wrote a letter to you that this protest is going to hold, and it's going to hold peacefully, so there is nothing your threat would do to stop us from holding the protest. So you now understand what is going on. So these people are scared. They are scared, man. Like, they understand that Nnamdi Kanu, people are now knowing the truth about him. I told you how these people psychologically manipulated the Southeasterners to make them to believe that what is going on in the Southeast is because of Nnamdi Kanu's agitation. And I asked most of the ignorant people, if Edo State, Edo North is in the Southeast, they will say it is because of Nnamdi Kanu, right? If Benue is in the Southeast, they will say because of Nnamdi Kanu. If Plateau is in the Southeast, they will say it's because of Nnamdi Kanu. These are psychological manipulation to distort people from thinking normal. But it is over. Their game is over. They came late. Now, this is the article. You should try to understand what the federal government are doing, running up and down, head scatter. It reads that the federal government of Nigeria has secretly secured a restraining order against human rights activists and pro-democracy campaigner Omoyele Sowore and others planning the October 20, 2025 Free Nnamdi Kanu Now protest. This comes after the court initially refused to grant its ex parte request. Sarah Reporters earlier reported that Justice M.J. Omar of the Federal High Court 5 Abuja had declined to grant an ex parte injunction filed by government lawyer Wisdom Madaki, who represented the police and the federal government of Nigeria. The suit marked FHC Abuja 2202-2025 sought to bar Sowore, the Take It Back movement, Revolution Now, and persons unknown from participating in, organizing, or promoting the planned protests, demanding the release of detained separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu. At the earlier sitting, Justice Omar refused to issue the injunction without hearing from the defendants. Instead, he directed that Sowore and others be placed on notice and adjourned the matter to October 21st, a day after the scheduled protest. However, in a dramatic twist, on Friday, fresh information obtained by Sarah Reporters revealed that the presiding judge later granted the order privately after summoning the government's counsel into his chamber. The order was granted. Wisdom just came out of his chamber now, a source familiar with the proceedings confirmed. The judge later took Wisdom into the chamber and granted it privately. According to the new development, the court order now restrains Sowore, the Take It Back movement revolution now, and order unidentified persons from holding or mobilizing any protests around key locations in Abuja, including the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, the National Assembly Complex, the Court of Appeal, and the Unity Fountain. The federal government's decision to seek a last-minute court order comes amid growing public attention and mobilization ahead of the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest slated for Monday, October 20th. Omoyele Sowore and others organizers had maintained that the planned protest would be peaceful and aim at demanding justice and the immediate release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, whose prolonged incarceration continue to stir national and international concerns. Wow. So, you see, in Nigeria, it is only one name that scares the terrorists, scares the government, scares the politicians, scares the police, scares the DSS, and that is MNK, Marcel Nnamdi Kanu. So, what is this man doing that government are so mindful of his activities and everything about him? The government are so mindful of this man because he is demanding for a referendum. He wants to stop the killings in Nigeria. Anyway, we are humans, okay? We are humans, but the truth is this. No matter what we do, thank God that nobody is stopping the protest. The foreign medias will be there. The truth will be told. We want to redirect the story. They have lied enough. Buhari's administration, they spend billions of naira lying to change the narrative about Nnamdi Kanu. They turn their eyes against the killings going on in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is their problem, not the killings. Not the people dying in Jos, not the people dying in Plateau, not the people dying in Benue, not the people dying in Enugu and so on and so forth, but Marcel Nnamdi Kanu is their problem. They don't just want to hear him. Somebody like Shikame Gumi and Erifai, they said Nnamdi Kanu he wants to separate Nigeria, unlike the bandits. The bandits don't want to separate Nigeria, but Nnamdi Kanu wants to separate Nigeria. And I look at Nigerians without brain. They don't understand the word when these people speak. This was how we were looking, people were coming to national television boasting how they ported terrorists. Whether we understand what we hear always, I don't know. Anyway, this is what is going on. I will keep you updated. I am Okocha, happy Marcel. Thanks for listening.